Hey, it's Shani in the back with that episode of Shani's Lab. So before I get started with this video, I just want to say I went to go see like 3 movies. So I saw the new Annabelle, I saw Toy Story 4, and I saw Child's Play. I saw all those movies the week they premiered, but I've been so lazy. I just didn't feel like doing videos. I just wasn't in the mood. But now I'm in the mood. But so I was in the store, getting some things. And I'm just noticing, like, you ever notice when you standing in line in the store and people just be standing too close to you and you just be like, it's all this room. Now you can understand if the line is really long and people don't want to, people do ignorant shit like try to jump you. But please do not stand directly behind me when there is no need for you to be standing directly behind me. That is a pet peeve, and I swear I just almost snapped. But anyway, this video is gonna be about Toy Story 4. So I was to go see it with my little cousin. We went to the late show, the night it premiered. We went to like the last show, and I really enjoyed it. It was really nice to see Bo Peep because we really did miss her in the last movie, and it was kind of weird that she kind of just it was like there was little to no mention. It was just they said her name like one time, and that was kind of it. So that was kind of weird. But yeah, I really enjoyed seeing Bo Peep. It was nice to see her and Woody reunite. It was nice to meet the new toys like the Gabby Gabby doll, which I thought was going to be a complete villain. But honestly, she wasn't even really that much of a villain. She just really wanted, a voice box so that she could finally be played with. And that was kind of really sad. She sat on the box for that shelf for like 50 years. And then the coolest part was the Gabby Gabby doll and the Duke Kaboom toy. They were all like classic toys from back in the day. So that was cool that they added more classic toys to the Toy Story lineup. People were worried about Bo Peep being like this whole new feminist character, but I really enjoy the rebranding of Bo Peep. Of course her personality and certain things about her are going to change because she's been a lost toy for years now. So it was nice to see what she's been up to, the type of friends she's made, things like that. Like she had a little exciting life as a free toy. We got to see Bonnie grow up a little bit. She went to first grade. We got to see Andy one last time in the flashback. We got to see RV. Oh my God, RV. Do y'all remember the RV car? I remember when I was a kid, I had the RV car. God knows what happened to it, but I had the RV car before. But yeah, it was a really good storyline. I like the whole, carnival theme. I like the idea, that Woody, he wasn't getting played with as much as the rest of the other toys were. Bonnie was she was a fan of other toys, but she really wasn't playing with the Woody doll that much. But the craziest part was Woody is the one that loved her the most, and he really never got over Andy, growing up believing, him. Even though Andy was going to take him to college, but Woody's like, I can't follow him forever, like he has to grow up. So that was like really sad, within itself. It was nice to see Buzz finally get, to take lead again. Remember in Toy Story 2, he took lead, to go rescue Woody. And then it was back to the return of Buzz, trying to save Woody or whatever. That was nice. The two bunny characters that P and Kill played, they were funny. At first I thought they were going to be annoying, but they weren't actually that annoying because they didn't show them that much. And I'm glad they didn't because they're not actually a part of the story. It was just like, kind of like comic relief. Even the spork, like we all thought the spork was going to be really, really annoying, but the spork actually made the movie more hilarious. Like every time the spork would try to throw itself in the trash, Woody would have to save it. Like that was funny. That whole gag was funny. I can't really say I didn't like anything about it. The only thing I didn't like about the Toy Story 4 was that I felt like it was a little too short. But then again, they really only did that installment to kind of really just end it, as well as to bring back, Bo Peep. Because you remember when Toy Story 3 hit, a lot of people were like, oh, that was good, but, y'all just going to leave Bo Peep out like that. Like, there was a real frustration behind that because we were like, oh, Bo Peep is really important to the story. How you're just going to toss her out like that. But, her and Woody love romance is really sweet to watch, even though they're toys. But, back to Woody never getting over Andy, so Bo Peep basically was like, I've been out here, I help lost toys, I help other toys, she helps get them repaired. She still has her sheep, and she's basically like, a toy saver. She's like a more, it's like a more aggressive side of Woody, where she doesn't, she might help you get back to her owner, but it's more so about, just helping lost toys find a different place in the world. And, like I said, Woody wasn't being played with as much as Bonnie, so he was being left out a lot of the toy time. And when he got to get with Bo Peep, it was really hard for him to leave her again because they showed in the beginning of the movie, they showed in the flashback what happened to Bo Peep is that, Molly grew up, she didn't really need the lamp anymore, so they gave the lamp to another little girl, but then that little girl grew up, and then Bo Peep ended up in inside of this shop that's near the corner where she was like in this antique shop. They still never really explain, like how she broke her arm. But, you can kind of guess that either, she fell or, in the process of moving her or whatever, And then they had the whole gag where it came off and Woody thought he broke her arm. That was funny. But you know, for the most part, you know, it was a really, really good. You know, the storyline was really, really good, and I enjoyed, you know, watching the classic characters. You know, one last time. You know, I'm hoping this is the last installment because you know, I'm not really sure how far more they can go with Toy Story. All they can keep doing is adding new storylines. And to be honest, I like the new characters on Toy Story 4 than I did 3. Like I really didn't like the Lotso Hug and Bear that much, but I did. You know, I felt. You kind of feel bad for the Gabby doll, so you know eventually you start to like her. The ventriloquist dummies were scary, but you know they were still cool. And then you know the Duke Kaboom was funny. You know Keanu Reeves did a funny job playing Duke Kaboom. You know, so I like the new characters. Even Gilgood McDimples, the little officer that was Bo Peep's best friend, that was cool. But yeah, overall, you know, it had a strong storyline, which is what I really enjoyed about it. You know, because usually they go haywire with the sequels with the storyline, like they focus more on the characters, and the storyline kind of falls flat. But it was a really, really good storyline, you know, in my opinion. But yeah, me and my real cousin really enjoyed it. You know, everyone clapped at the end, and we saw it in 3D, so you know everything was kind of just hitting us. But you know, I definitely recommend if you didn't get to see Toy Story 4, if you were, you know, not unsure about, you know, going to see another sequel. You know, this one is